At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
Be great.
It'll be great. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where we are here to partay this morning with our good friend John Boy and, more importantly, no offense, his lovely bride, Miss Connie Pelletier.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you both here today, and we're going to talk about something kind of a new chapter in your life.
Absolutely.
But something really, really exciting and something that does great things for the area, and that's called My Brother's Place.
Yes.
So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Well, Mr. John Boy gets to hang out with us occasionally here and, you know, fill in when Jen or James goes on vacation or something. We, you know, dust him off and prop him back up and let him, you know.
I'm the last resort.
No,
you go ahead and
we're
say
just
it.
kidding.
Go ahead and say it.
No, we love having
when
you
everybody
here.
else says no, we better call John
we
Boy.
love having you here. And but no, this is so fun to have both of you here in the studio this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See,
so
normally when I'm here, we talk about her. So now we can talk with her.
well,
see?
that is exactly right. I will say he doesn't ever say anything not nice.
Well, that's because he knows I'm watching.
That's
and
true.
listening.
Minus the honeydew list.
Right.
But
Honeydew list has not been
did
touched.
you ever get through
No,
that?
since
Never.
I've
No.
retired, no.
that? He retires and then takes on more stuff,
Yes.
doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's busier.
That's exactly right. Well, so Connie, you were actually mayor of Wellston for quite some time. Got some really great things going, and we want to commend you on that because you kind of inherited.
A mess.
Yes,
And it was a we, not a me.
yeah,
It was a we that
for sure.
that fixed it.
Yeah, for sure. But a lot of work and, a lot of people along the way. And, it's not anybody's per se fault. It's just the way things were. And you came in and got some things going in the right direction. And seems like all's moving right along in Wellston now.
Yes, they are.
That's great. So then you took off your mayor hat. And then took on yet another project. So here you are.
Yes, well, John came home. He's part of the Wellston Ministerial Association.
Yes.
Which oversees My Brother's Place.
Okay.
So he came home and told me that the lady that was director before me had to retire because of her health.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'll do it. It came out of my mouth before I even realized. So there I am.
So I went to the Wellston Ministerial Association in our meeting we have each month, and we were talking about who we were replaced as director. And I said, well, my wife said that she'd do it. And they said, what was it? Nominations closed. Okay, here we go. So
Sold.
Well, two things. I like a challenge, as you know, because of being mayor.
Yes.
And it's something that our community really needs. And I didn't want to see it stop.
No, and I think that's great. So let's back up for a minute and talk about My Brother's Place. What do you know about how it got started and what exactly is it?
Well, there has always been the attempt for food pantries in local communities.
Sure.
Well, back in 1978, the Wellston Ministerial Association decided to open a food pantry. A longtime member and patriarch of the First Presbyterian Church, Bill Warner,
Okay.
actually bought the building that we are in and donated it to the Wellston Ministerial Association so we would
That's
have
so
a place
kind.
for a food pantry.
I believe it started downtown first.
Yeah.
And then
right.
in 95, he bought the building.
Yeah. So anyway, the building was purchased, and now there's actually two entities there. My brother's place, which houses the Wellston Food Pantry.
Okay.
And initially, when this was started in 1978, the model was that my brother's place, which is a thrift store,
Okay.
the money raised in that would be able to support
The food pantry. Okay.
But as you know, you have to sell a lot of 50-cent things now or $1 things now to make ends meet. So the model's changed a little bit, but not the effort. This whole thing was based on Matthew 25, which basically, if you remember after the parable of the unforgiving servant, Jesus was basically telling him, you come to me when you're hungry. You come to me and I will give you food. If thirsty, I will give you drink. You need shelter, I will give you shelter. And the whole thing is because we are all brothers.
Okay.
So we put together the Brothers Place, and away we go. And it's a real challenge. I think Connie found out the hard way, and as she did when she was mayor, that
you
it's
need to stop taking on these
I know.
challenges.
It's a challenge. Now, going back in history, I remember because I knew Connie had decided she was going to run for mayor.
And you
Oh,
said,
no.
awesome.
Well, I thought to myself, okay, I'm behind this. So we are at the Ohio Festival, Ohio Hill Country Festival, and we're at the veggie stand getting the deep fried mushrooms, as
Yeah.
we always do. And she is talking with a Wellston City Council member, and I'm at the window getting ready to pay.
He was
and
president of council at the
Yeah,
time.
president of council, and I'm listening to this conversation, and the conversation went like this. I don't know how we got $2.4 million in debt. And I thought to myself, okay, here we go. And the same challenge is for my brother's place in the food pantry. The model that we set this up years ago doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
Simply because bills are 10 times higher.
Sure. Everything costs $1 million
Everything costs
now.
more. Insurance costs more. Utilities cost more. The taxes have gone up because we do pay sales tax. All these expenses keep climbing.
Sure.
So it's a real challenge, and I think she's up for the task.
And a lot of people thought, I've been asked, they thought that it was closing when the previous did. So I want to get the word out. We are still open.
Okay. Very good. Now, is it the building? Is it right on Pennsylvania Avenue?
No,
No.
it is on Railroad Avenue, right behind the depot.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Railroad Avenue runs right alongside the depot and
That makes sense because it's Railroad
Yeah,
Avenue.
and Pride Park, and that we sit right on the corner of Railroad Avenue, and I think that's Second Street, or First
Yes.
Street, Second Street. Okay,
Between Broadway and
right.
Second.
Okay. Very good. All right. So you raise your hand and volunteer to take over as somewhat retired. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you.
But so what have some of your challenges been so far? Dylan has a question.
It's not much of a question. I just thought the audio sounded a bit off. Could you move your mic up just a little bit?
Oh.
Jen?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of stuck though.
Just yank on it.
James is going to kill me if I break something.
Okay.
There. Is that better?
Yep, that's better.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So I have a few notes here. We are under contract with the food pantry in Logan, and they're really easy to deal with. I order once a month and I have to start ordering 1,000 pounds of food
Whoa.
to give out. And we have, shelves. We have 3 freezers and 2 refrigerators where we store that.
Okay.
And then people can come in once a month
Okay.
to get their boxes, and it has a lot of food in it. So I also get just contributions from Kroger's twice a week. I have people that pick it
Wonderful.
up. It's stuff that might be outdated in a few days.
Okay.
So, and I can only order what is listed. So it's a variety of things, and it's really nice, good stuff. But I have donations from Kroger's. I have my friends, Bob and Judy Teichman. They give me cucumbers, tomatoes from their garden.
Oh, that's so
So
sweet.
I give those out. I have things like Tortino pizza rolls.
Yes.
I get really
Love them.
nice. I have a farm in Hillsborough that called me, and they donated half a beef. And
You're
it only
kidding.
and it had been butchered like 2 days before.
Oh.
So those are things that goes in the boxes. Let's see. Since COVID, what I get from Logan is absolutely free so far, and I
Okay.
don't even have to pay delivery.
Oh, great.
But soon I'm going to have to start paying for that, and it will be at a discounted rate, but it's still money that's coming out of our pocket. So I've been going to, we get money from the Lions Club. I went to the Wellston American Legion last night because I don't want to just send them a letter.
Right.
I want to go in person. So they've offered, they're going to donate $1,500 and maybe more in the future.
Wow.
So that's major.
Yeah, that's
That-
huge.
Because I have all these bills. I have bogs. We spray for bugs.
Well, yeah.
We have
If you have food and it's just gonna happen, okay?
and donated clothing.
Okay.
So right now we're not
Yes,
taking
donated
any donated clothing.
Okay.
Money, food, we will take, but we're trying to get everything sorted out and get it. We take all of our summer stuff and put it away, and then bring out our winter stuff. And we have really nice clothes. I wear some of them myself, purchase and wear them myself.
Sure.
Some still have tags on it, and people don't realize that. We
Okay.
have some really nice things because well-to-do people donate,
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
So once we get all of that straightened out and sorted and put where it should be, then we can start taking donations again. But we're open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday,
Okay.
and that's 10 to 3. And people can pick up their boxes anytime.
Okay.
They can do it once a month. Let's see, other donations.
Senior boxes.
Yeah. Gary and Sharon Stabler take care of this is a different program. It's called the Senior Boxes. And
Oh.
they're delivered, and then people on the first Tuesday of the month, they come through Railroad Avenue, and they take them out to their cars. They sign up. I have applications for both. I have applications for our food boxes and for the senior food boxes, and those
Okay.
are once a month too.
So you can come in and apply for that.
Right.
So who is eligible to come in and get food boxes?
Anyone, if they come in and fill out the application, low income, or like with our clothing, if someone has a fire, they can come in and take anything they want. We'll give them.
Okay.
We won't charge. Or any
Gotcha.
kind of an emergency.
Sure.
Even with the food, if there's an emergency, we'll take care of them.
Okay.
I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah, this it is the whole point. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
It's to help.
Yes. And I just really didn't want to see it close. And I didn't realize how much it was needed until I got in there.
So that was going to be kind of like my next, I guess, question statement is, for those folks that are sitting out there saying, why We don't need anything like that around here. What would you say to that?
Yes, we do. I even have a few homeless that I give food to.
Okay.
They filled out the form. They're in the system. When I put their information in the system, it goes directly to Logan. So they see what we're taking care of too.
Okay.
And I can see Gallipolis, Chillicothe, anybody in that district.
Okay.
So they have to bring in, each time they come in, they have to bring in their driver's license, some type of ID, and a bill that shows where they live.
Okay.
Basically, we're working with anyone in the Wellston School District,
Gotcha. Okay.
but I've also been told that if someone comes in and they need food, I'm not going to turn them away.
Yeah.
So,
Because that's not the point.
Right.
The point is to help.
right. And I have volunteers. Right now I have 8. And when I started, I had 2, and then it went down to 1. So my Aunt Jo that Bart made famous, hi Aunt Jo.
Hi, Aunt Jo. Sorry, Aunt Jo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked her, I said, pray for me to get some volunteers.
Yes.
Now I have 8.
That is amazing.
She is amazing.
Yes. Love that.
Yeah.
Well, very good. So tell us a little bit about maybe some of the things that people don't know that you all do.
Well,
So, okay, let me back up. You mentioned that it kind of started as a thrift store to
Yeah, the model.
pay for
Right.
the food situation. So is that thrift store still there? When you talk about clothing and whatever, is that somebody can come in and it's donated to them, or do they purchase things?
it's purchased.
okay.
Everything in the store is $1. Tops, shorts, pants, everything.
Oh.
Except for coats. Coats we charge $2 or $3.
You rebels. It's a
I
whole
know.
dollar.
I know, it's $1. And then on Mondays and Fridays, we have a bag sale, which is a tall kitchen bag
Okay.
for $5 plus tax.
You can fit a lot of stuff in
I
there.
know. You really can. But this thrift store is not really sustaining
Sure.
because my electric bill this month was $462. I have electric,
Right.
water, gas, bogs. I have to have Wi-Fi, internet, because using the computer to put
Sure.
clients in. So I need donations. We have grants. We have some grants
Okay.
that helps with food.
We also get money from United Fund of Jackson County.
Which is
Yes.
awesome.
And
Mhm.
their priority are the food pantries, in the area. And again, the model that it was set up isn't functioning like it was back in the 70s.
Of course.
Okay.
Well, that was a few
Right.
years ago.
Right, 70.
Times have changed a little.
And keep in mind too is that there are places where you can get things free. They give away clothing free. It's sporadic, but it's
Sure.
and it's also necessary and needed. And I think one of the big problems that we have at my brother's place is that people when they have a yard sale or they want to get rid of something, they just bring it and dump it, either in the front or the back. Now, we appreciate the contributions, but once something is put in a bag and laid on the ground, you can't sell it or give it to anybody, really.
Right.
I mean, it's not.
Especially if it rains.
yeah.
Or people come and go through it, and then it's all over the place, and we have to clean it up.
And I know that, and some people think they're doing a good thing by,
Yeah.
let's just take it to my brother's place. But when you leave it on the ground, even if it's in a bag or something, or leave it there, by law, because, we can't sell it.
Okay.
What
So you
a lot-
need to know that.
Even when Connie has to store the food, the state comes in and they inspect because you can't set anything on the floor.
No. That's a big no-no.
No. In other words, there's things you can and cannot do. So what ends up is that, what they could have just thrown away, we have to throw away, or Connie has to throw away.
And sometimes it's really nice things that they're trying to donate.
Which is so sad.
Yes, it
And
is.
It's a waste.
They're better off to call and say, we have some nice things. Would you take a look at them and bring them in? and or when they're open, between 10 and 3, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
But I understand, you have a weekend sale, yard sale, and then what are you going to do with it? So, but it's not necessarily turning out to be a contribution. It's just
Right.
Trash.
has to go to the dumpster.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
No.
No.
So the best way so talking about clothing, as we were just saying,
Right.
what is the best procedure for that? Call ahead of time or?
That would be great. Definitely come in when we're open.
And
Yes.
like physically hand Connie or one of the volunteers
Yes.
your stuff.
Yes.
And currently we're not encouraging that because right now we're still trying to sort and
through.
arrange and get things organized. But if you have nice things that you would like to pass along and
Sure.
see someone else have, we certainly, would have an opportunity to look at it.
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of things would be something appropriate to donate?
Mostly clothing. We aren't accepting any stuffed animals, anything like that.
Okay, so toys.
No, we don't need toys.
Okay.
Things like that they could take to Compel,
Yeah.
which is right up on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Okay. Okay.
And I believe they're on Facebook. It's either Tuesday or Thursdays, and maybe even Friday when they're
Okay.
giving away.
And if you have a question, just call and
me,
ask.
yes.
Yeah, just call Connie
Mhm.
and just say, "Hey,
Yeah.
I have a." What about shoes? Do you take?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
We do.
All right.
And I've had people come in that really needed. I just gave them to them.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
That's why we're there.
Yeah, for sure. Again, that's why we're there, right? To help.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to see it close.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, so people could donate clothing, shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe more importantly than that, they could donate money.
Yes. And I really don't have room for things like toys.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have the space.
Well, what would be best is if somebody could make a monetary donation, and then exactly what you need, so then you can go out and buy.
Yes. And we are a
What is
501(c), so I'm
Yes.
sure it would be tax deductible.
Right.
Yes. So if you come in and say, "Hey, here's $100," then they can make you a receipt.
Yep.
You can take that right off your taxes.
Love it.
It's win-win for everybody.
That's right. I'd love to do that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
You couldn't write that receipt fast enough,
That's
could
right.
you?
There's also a small amount of toiletries,
Yes.
things that for health needs.
Okay.
We
Right.
have many packages of adult diapers.
Okay.
So, and they're like $2 a package. I mean, that's really cheap.
Because that stuff's expensive.
Very, very.
Mhm.
I have some toilet paper,
Okay.
and we have a really big variety of food
Okay.
as far as dry goods.
Uh-huh.
I have milk right now,
Oh.
2% milk, and I froze it, a lot of it, so that it would, I could still
So
give
it
it out
lasts
later.
longer,
Yeah,
yeah.
it lasts longer.
So, if someone is in need, how do they qualify? You said low income, but
Mhm.
what is that exactly?
Well, and I didn't bring my.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
That's okay. I didn't bring my papers, but give me a call or come in.
Just come see. Yeah.
I have. It's even on the bulletin board. The cutoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So
And-
if you come in and the application process, how does that go?
It's easy. Just fill it out. Bring me in your proof of income,
Or lack thereof.
or lack thereof. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
easy to work with.
Okay. Very good. And then some sort of ID.
Yes, and well, I definitely have to have an ID
Okay.
and proof of where they live,
Okay.
like a bill, or
Okay.
I have people bring in insurance papers.
Okay.
Has their name and address on
Well,
it.
you mentioned, the homeless community. What do you do in that case?
I give them what they need.
Okay. Okay.
They give me their ID.
Okay.
They don't, and there's a box on my application that says homeless. So,
Okay.
I report that.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. And so you can just come in, get what you need, and go. And these food boxes are there's a lot of stuff.
Yes, there is.
A lot of stuff.
We provide in each box. There's fruit. There's meat. I have canned salmon,
Nice.
canned tuna, canned chicken. We have cereal. We have pasta with spaghetti sauce. We have fruits and vegetables. It's really a nice variety.
Love that.
There's some frozen meats too.
Yes.
Pork chops,
Okay.
Chicken.
beef.
Let me
chicken.
just tell you, if you want to get real creative, you can do a lot with a can of chicken.
No
Okay.
kidding.
It's so
tuna.
funny. So in college, I lived in an apartment with 5 girls, my senior year, and that's pretty much, it was amazing how much you could feed 5 girls with 1 can of chicken with some other
Yeah.
things mixed in, That's basically what we lived off of.
When I was in college, I was rooming with John Jones. You remember,
Yes,
John
yes.
Jones of the OVB, Milton
Yes.
Bank. And we would buy stuff to fix to eat. But one day in the store, we saw Mrs. Smith's chicken and noodles in a big glass jar. We bought them all.
Okay.
Every one of them in the store.
Yes.
And that's what we ate all the way through college. You just throw it in the pan, heat it up, and that was it. Lunch,
Dinner.
breakfast sometimes
Lots
if you
of
studied
chicken
all
noodles.
night.
Yeah.
But you can be,
Super creative. We would get
Yeah.
those what we would do is we would buy those family sized, like the boxed rices or whatever.
yeah.
And then if you happen to have like a can of vegetables or something, you dump that in there, you dump the chicken in there, and it makes a great big old meal.
We used to call that brown rice surprise.
Yeah.
Just,
I get it.
been there, done that.
Yep, all of that. So, but no, all of those, that canned stuff is so very handy because you can do so much with it. So the main point is that, my brother's place, we want to keep it open.
Absolutely.
Miss Connie needs something to do. John begs you so that she doesn't yell at him about the honeydew list. And, but no, please help out because it's just the littlest thing to help a whole lot of people.
And pass the word.
Yes.
Pass the word. We have a Facebook account, My
Okay.
Brother's Place,
Okay.
or on my, I have my account. So,
Yeah, she's not hard to find either.
yeah.
So, what is the phone number for people to call?
And let me get my phone because it's in my phone.
Oh, James will get it for you
Okay.
as he rummages through your
And
purse.
while we get the phone number, one of the things that
Thank
would
you.
really be nice is that if you're in Wellston, or
Yeah.
you live in Wellston or visiting Wellston, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 3, stop in and take a look at the thrift store, My Brother's Place, the
Yeah.
store. I think you're going to be really, really surprised of all the really nice things that are in there.
And you could buy it for $1.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's pants. For men, there's pants, there's shoes, there's ties, there's suits,
Great.
sports jackets,
Belts,
belts. All these things are there for ladies, for
kids. We have a
kids,
lot of children's.
a lot of
even
children's
from,
clothing.
From newborn all the way up.
Okay.
Okay, I have the number.
Okay. So if you have any questions, would like to volunteer, you would like to donate, or you would like assistance,
Yes. The number is 740-855-4545.
okay. Once again, so Dylan will put it up there on the screen
Cool.
for you.
740-855. I just lost it. 4545.
Very good.
Thank you.
Love that.
And we need volunteers.
Yes.
And the nice thing about volunteering, and we have people do this, it could be just 1 or 2 hours a week.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to be locked in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Sure.
If you would like to have some extra hours on Friday or do something on Wednesday or Monday, you can come in and be a volunteer for just a few hours. If you
I
want.
have one lady that is working off her community service hours.
And listen, what a great place to do that.
I know.
I mean, that would be fantastic.
Yep. And then just starting today, what is the name of it?
PCS, the old JVAC, the Personal Care Services.
I have 2 of their clients and a staff member starting as a volunteer.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, it
And what
is.
what do you need volunteers to do?
Well, we are sorting clothing. We are putting out our winter, putting away our summer.
Okay. Makes
So
sense.
it's basically just folding clothes and putting them in a tub and hanging up the winter. And we're organizing them so
How fun.
they're hung up in sizes,
Yeah,
so you don't have to dig through everything.
sure. That makes total
So
sense.
that's basically all the volunteers have to do.
Okay. So if you
I
also
take care of the food.
Okay, very good. If you have maybe a school group or
Yes.
something like
Mhm. Well, don't they have to have so many community service hours now to even
So,
graduate?
Dylan, didn't they just pass that here in Jackson? I know
Yeah,
some of the other
I had to
schools
get
do
some
those.
hours my senior year.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you have to, yes, you need community service
Mhm.
hours. So how fun.
I know. And cool. It's nice and cool in there.
Hey, there you go. There's air conditioning.
That's right.
How fun. No, that's really great. And we thank you for taking on the responsibility. And I have no doubt in my mind you'll have it whipped into shape pretty quick.
Well, and again, it's not a me, it's a we.
It's a we, absolutely. But you can't do it without help from others.
right.
And that means, donations,
Mhm.
money, all of that. So if you would like to donate, give them a call
Absolutely.
and get a hold of Connie. You're not hard to find either.
No,
so.
I'm not.
John's not hard to find. You're not hard to find.
If the doors are open, I will be there.
Okay.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 3.
Very good. So,
Thank you.
yeah, no, of course. It's our pleasure. Is there anything else that you would like to, what else do we want to blab about while you're here?
I'm not allowed. I'll get in trouble. Aunt Jo told me I had to behave.
Well, we'll just say sorry, Aunt Jo, afterwards. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
no, I don't do that. That was Bart, not me. What do you have?
I have a plethora of things, but
I know. I'm like, John's just going to blow up and burst if we don't let him
I
talk
know.
about something.
yeah, I do want to thank everyone for their support for our JVAC of Jackson County charity golf tournament.
How did that go? Did it
We
go
had-
well?
It was
We
fun.
had the best turnout we've ever had. We
Great.
had 15 teams,
Wow.
almost filled up the golf course. And at that, when we left, of course, we have skill prizes and cash prizes and what could be split the pot, and we sell mulligans and all that. And pretty much everybody just donated the money back.
Mhm.
Sure.
And so
Good food. Don't forget the food.
And,
yes.
yeah. Tim Jackson and Susie Emmert do lunch every year. And it's not a regular lunch. I mean, I think more people come for the lunch than they do for the golf.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because Tim does a wonderful job. And we had fried chicken,
Homemade mashed potatoes and
homemade
gravy.
mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
homemade potato salad, desserts. I mean,
Man.
it was a feast for sure. And of course, all the golfers really, really enjoy it. And so we have some very faithful organizations that send teams, and we have people who just show up because they want to help. And so it turns out to be a great day. We raised, at this point now, there's more dollars coming in through sponsorships, but we raised over $4,000.
Good for you. And thank you all.
Right.
Yes.
And the JVAC of Jackson County, one of the things that we do is that we are the financial support group for the DD adult community in
Yes.
the area. And
Yes.
for instance, we are the sponsors of the Adult Services Day for the Ohio Hill Country Festival.
Yes.
We have concerts and a big lunch. We feed everybody. Last year we had almost 80 members from PCS, from Buckeye Community Services, Red Door, and all of those. They're all invited and they come. And then, of course, Simba Jordan does a concert.
He does. He's
And
so
then
talented.
we have what we call we give some money to them, funny money.
Yeah.
And
They
last
get to
year
go
was
shopping.
it was West Banco Bucks, and they went out and they shopped, and we go back and then we reimburse the vendors
Yeah.
for that, and it's a great day. We are currently working with the Jackson County Developmental Disabilities Board. We have someone whose home needs to be remodeled because of what needs to be, so that's accessible.
To make it
Yes, and-
accessible, yes.
Yeah, we're doing that. We pay for Christmas vacations. I've replaced a septic tank. I mean, we've done
all kind of stuff.
some of the things that fall through the cracks that
Yeah.
the county cannot help with, or they need some immediate support. When they do community activities, when they get together, social activities, we pay for food, pizzas. We try to help with the trotters and
Yes.
and also Buckeye Community Services basketball team. We bought their uniforms. So, I mean, it's whenever there's a need, we try to jump in, and there's
Love
a lot of
that.
wonderful stories, sad stories, but and Christmas time is a big time for us to help as well. So, all of that, there is not any paid staff. So all of the money goes directly to our fund in which we distribute. So
That's amazing.
Speaking of concerts,
Yes.
the Bart Wiseman Sonic Rhythm Academy,
Yes.
isn't that Thursday?
yes, Thursday.
This
Mark had-
Thursday, 5:30.
I think
The
so.
doors open at 5, I believe. It's a free concert.
Okay, love that.
So-
come see the kids and how
That's
how
right.
hard they've worked.
Yeah. Yes.
Megan has done a wonderful job keeping that up.
She has.
Yeah.
Yep. She definitely besides being a mama, I think she knows Bart just as well as not as well as you do, obviously,
Well, I'm
but
sure she knows him in different
in
ways.
different ways, and was certainly able
Which-
to keep his idea
Yes.
alive and flourishing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Megan's
I'm sure
incredible.
He would be so proud.
He would be. He would
Yeah,
love it
and
so
happy.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I need to talk to her about an event that I'm working on that I was hoping the kids would come up and play.
Oh,
Okay.
So
that'd be
we'll,
cool.
yeah, that's a whole other. That's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that later on in the
Okay.
summer. I volunteered her to get into something that she doesn't know yet.
Well,
But-
she'll do it.
No, I know she will. And anytime those kids can get out, perform, you can practice and practice and practice, but the whole point is, you want to get out and perform. There it is. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you.
That's the point. Let them showcase their talents and their hard work that they've done.
And they love it.
Yes.
Even when they're supposed to be on a break, they're still practicing. Yeah.
That's so good. I love it so much. And love all the local artists that have stepped up and kind of, filled in those shoes as well.
Yeah.
And, we just have such a good community here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they have good participation. Jason Hogue
Yes.
and Dan
Morgan.
Washam.
Yep.
Morgan Washam, I'm sorry.
Morgan. Yep.
Yeah, so it's and they're integral parts of all of this too. So
Yeah.
Very good. Yep. Yeah, I just suckered Morgan into something yesterday. So
And he's so good.
He is. He's
He really
a
is.
very kind, so talented, very
Talented.
kind. Yeah, I was like, sir, I'm gonna need you for a little bit. And he's like, okay. That's the same thing that we're gonna get the kids into
Oh,
that
good.
we don't know. But anyway, all right. So, anything else you guys wanted to talk about while you're here?
I'm good. He's good.
I think she's like, zip
I'm-
it, John.
I need
Yeah.
to get to work.
We got to open this, my brother's
Yeah, we
place.
gotta be there. Be there by 10.
No, okay. So once again, to wrap up, my brother's place address.
116. It's if you go GPS, it should be north, but it's South Railroad Avenue.
Okay. It's like Jackson.
Yeah.
There's east, there's west, there's Maine. I don't
Yeah.
know. It just depends
We're
on who you're
right
talking to.
right behind the depot on Railroad Avenue.
Okay.
You can't miss it.
You can't miss that.
Right.
Everybody knows where Pride Park and the depot
That's
is.
right.
So, and then, so if you need assistance, get a hold of them. If you have things to donate, money, time, materials, please just get a hold of Connie or John or somebody, and they'll be happy to help you.
Yes, we would.
Yes. Well, very good. We'll get to work.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. And, if you have any questions, give them a call.
Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Dillon, let's see what the weather has in store for us today. So when, as you can see, as that thing up on the screen says hazy, it is not lying. It looks like there's a forest fire outside or something right now. Thanks, guys. And it is going to be warm and hazy today, and that is not a lie. Talking about highs today around 86, lows down to about 64. Then tomorrow, we're wondering if there's going to be any rain in the forecast. Well, it looks like about a 50-50 chance tomorrow. Can you believe it will be the 3rd of August already? A little bit lower temperatures with highs of 84, lows of 67. Then looking on to the weekend of your Gallia County Fair, which is still going on right now as we speak. A little bit warmer, highs of 87 on Friday, lows of 63. Saturday, partly cloudy, highs of 86 and lows of 63. And so that's what we have going on right now as far as your weather goes. And we can give you the official. Hi, James. Welcome
Hi, Jennifer.
back.
How are you?
Good. The official today at the Gallia County Fair today's Wednesday, right? Yes.
Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday. And it kicked off this morning with the beef breeding show and the speed classes, horse and extreme 4-H cowboy trail competition. Well, that would be kind of fun. Extreme. Oh, no. Then beef breeding showmanship starts at 11 today. And then they have the sheep classes today as well, both the showmanship and market classes. The costume contest for the horses. I have a fun story
There's a
about
costume contest for the horses?
Yeah, so we stopped doing that years ago at the Jackson County Fair, but my very first year in 4-H, I had to tell you what I did.
Yeah.
And it was the cutest thing ever.
I bet it was.
My mom came up with this, but I'll tell you about that in a second.
Okay.
And then tonight at the pulling track, field stock tractor and semi pole will be the featured entertainment there. And then on the main stage, Parrots of the Caribbean, a tribute to Jimmy Buffett, will be on the Holzer main stage tonight.
One of your favorites.
Yeah, sure.
Buffett's.
Yeah, there you go.
It's also Rural King Day.
It is Rural King Day. Yes, so thank you to Rural King for that. All at the Gallia County Fair going on through Saturday. No, so
all right. So you dressed your horse up for the horse costume party.
My very first year in 4-H.
Yeah.
So I had a horse. My very first horse, which this horse was amazing.
Was this the one that was
built a little funny?
Built a little funny.
Yeah, that the judge told me he was built
quote
a little
unquote
funny.
built a little funny.
So you tell a 9-year-old little girl that
their
thinks that their horse is
built
the
a little
most
funny.
perfect specimen on the earth.
Yeah.
You love him to death, and a judge told me my horse was built a little funny. Don't do that. That's not nice. As you can imagine, Jen was devastated. But he was bomb proof. And what I mean by that is nothing fazed Sweetie.
Yeah.
He was just that. His name was Sweetie. He was bomb proof. So anyway, my mom and I are like, okay, what are we going to do? And you probably weren't even born then. And Dylan certainly wasn't. But do you remember when like jams were in the shorts? We need to bring that style back.
They were
like, Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
Which are
just like floral pattern shorts. So
they were like long, like board shorts kind of, but we wore them in like the 6th grade. They were called jams.
Okay.
and they were super like floral, ridiculous, like summer shorts.
Yeah.
So my mom actually sewed Sweetie a pair of jams.
It's pretty good.
And so we had matching outfits, and I carried a foam surfboard. And this horse was just hilarious, like, because he just didn't care.
You put these crazy shorts on him.
We did. So we had to tie them on him and everything, and he just wore them. So yes, so just think of a horse wearing that and me having matching outfit. And we found these like great big like joke sunglasses. And so he wore sunglasses. Literally, we put sunglasses on him, and he wore them. And I think he had some kind of hat that Mom made for him too.
Well,
and that was our costume for the costume
Horse
class.
Gotta have a hat.
My very first year in 4-H, and he tolerated it.
He
walked with the stupid shorts on and sunglasses and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, that was my costume class, and then I think it just kind of died out after that. But anyway. Sweetie was a gem, and he taught a whole lot of kids to ride, and he was awesome.
Yeah. Do you know what me and that horse have in common?
No.
We tolerate you.
That's probably so true. Thanks, James.
JK.
Thought we were friends.
Nah. Me and Sweetie.
Yep.
We would have been tight.
Sweetie, you would have been tight.
So, talking about dressing up horses, that got me thinking of like famous like movie horses and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have like a famous like fictional horse, like Trigger or Mr. Ed or
that like I liked?
Yeah.
Like okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, I just loved every horse. Like,
yeah.
I used to actually love to watch Westerns with my dad just because I could look at horses the whole time.
Because there were
like,
horses
I was obsessed with them. But yeah, no. Well, Mr. Ed was great because that was just like way before its time. They had this horse that was like talking and it was actually doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
so Dylan, do you know who Mr. Ed is?
No, I do not.
Okay.
do you know who Mr. Ed is?
Yeah, of course I know who Mr. Ed is. I had TV Land when I was a little kid.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Dylan, look up Mr.
Yeah,
Ed.
so Mr. Ed was a TV show, I don't know, like 50s, 60s, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
About a horse that talked.
Yeah.
And they'd put like peanut butter in its mouth or something, and it would
he would like literally
smack its lips so it looked like it was talking.
Like he was talking.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And he would made all kind of faces and stuff, and then they put words to him. But he talked. Yeah. It was great. And he was really funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I never saw Mr. Ed much when I was little, but like that sort of like classic TV was still pretty big, like in the 90s. Lots of stuff from like the 50s and 60s.
You know, if they would bring that back, it would be big again. I think.
You think they need to like reboot Mr. Ed? Or you think they need to like
for sure.
Like
Leave It to Beaver, all of those shows. I think they would be like big hits.
Leave It to Beaver.
Huh?
I've watched Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah. Like the old one?
I think they did. Did they? I
they
feel
did
like they maybe
for a
did do a
minute,
Leave It to Beaver.
It was like,
they've got a remake of what is it? One of the classic sitcoms has like a modern reboot.
They did Fuller House.
Now. Yeah, this is another one that's on like basic cable, I think.
Roseanne's back.
Yeah, Roseanne's back, yeah.
Without Roseanne.
Well, isn't she back again now?
No, it's just the Connors.
Okay, I thought they changed it again for some reason. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But no, yeah, they're doing like a remake of like Different Strokes or something too, I think. Oh, no, Growing Pains. No, not Growing Pains. Oh, shoot. The Wonder Years, that's it. There's a new version of the Wonder Years.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. So you think they need to reboot Mr. Ed?
I think they should.
Yeah, so we thinking like CGI horse?
No, it has to be a real horse.
I don't know. I don't think you can get away with that now.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But no, I think one of the prettiest horses ever was, like Trigger. But Sweetie was a Palomino, so I have and so is Trigger, so I have this like whole special place in my heart for the Palominos because they're so pretty.
So we talked a lot recently about my trip to Nashville recently. We saw the band First Aid Kit, and their new album is called Palomino.
It is.
And so the first, half of their show or whatever, where they're just kind of playing all the songs off the new album, they're playing all this old like Super 8 home video footage of like horses and fields and stuff like that. And it's all, it's just this, like, the sun's like glistening over the grass and there's horses running everywhere. I was like, Jen would like that. Jen would have liked all this horse stuff.
This is great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool though. That's a fun word. Palomino. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. How about you, Dylan? Do you have any preference for a favorite fictional horse?
Actually, yes, I do.
Yeah.
This is from an episode of SpongeBob. That's my favorite horse.
That's a seahorse.
That's a seahorse for one, yes, but he probably does act more like a horse, but yeah. So why do you like the seahorse from one episode of SpongeBob so much?
It was just a cool horse.
All right. Right on. Right on. Have you
I
watched
like
have you guys watched BoJack Horseman on Netflix?
No.
It's really good.
What is that?
So it's an animated series. So it's sort of we just mentioned Fuller House. So it's sort of a parody of Full House.
Okay.
So it's an animated series where like some of the characters are animals and some of the characters are humans. But the premise is that BoJack Horseman, who is an anthropomorphic horse, was a Bob Saget-esque character on a family sitcom.
Okay.
That is now kind of like a washed up, like has been living like off his reputation from the 90s
Gotcha.
kind of thing. But it's really great show, actually. It's very like introspective. It like just deals with like depression and all these really heavy issues, but it does it in the form of like
in a light way.
A very silly cartoon that's like talking horses and stuff. It's very silly, but it's very good. Aaron Paul, who plays Jesse on Breaking Bad, is like this slacker dude that's like his buddy that just like crashes at his house.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, BoJack's pretty good.
Okay.
You ever watch that, Dylan?
A little bit.
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman. Yeah. It's
All
good
right.
stuff.
Dang it! Now I'm gonna have to watch that too.
Yeah.
It'll
make you feel things.
Oh, great! I'm in the speaking of feeling things. I just started Virgin River.
Oh yeah, what's
everyone
that?
had been telling me about Virgin River forever, and I was like,
Never
needed
heard of
something to watch. It's on Netflix. It's just a series about.
I'm a little bit of a
love and stuff.
I'm at a little bit of a Netflix protest at the moment.
You are? Why?
Yeah, well, my family has always shared one Netflix password, and they won't let you do it anymore. And I'm kind of like, man, like I understand why they're doing that, but like at the same time, like screw them. I'm gonna hold off on signing up for my own Netflix account until there's something I absolutely can't miss.
I know they but they did say that their earnings have just gone really, really high since they started that. It was a gamble because it was like, are people just going to cancel or are they going to get their own subscriptions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
at the end
there's
of the day,
a little bit.
You still want your Netflix, so
yeah.
Even though people were protesting.
Yeah, so I get it, but I'm a little sore about it still. All that stuff is they just keep raising the prices for all that stuff.
You mean you're really sore about being told that you can't break the rules?
Well, yeah. Well, no. So in the early days of Netflix, they were all about sharing your password. Like they tweeted about like, oh, Netflix is a great gift because you can share it with the whole family kind of thing. And then they're like, oh, wait. Everybody in the world is using one Netflix account.
I think that might have backfired a little bit because that doesn't mean like a whole city block.
Yeah.
It means like, you and your kids.
Yeah. And I as an adult child would like to still.
That's not exactly how that was intended.
Yeah. Maybe, but I'm still a little sore about it. But yeah, man, they keep raising all these prices and stuff.
That $14 a month, it'll get you.
Well, yeah, but there's like 12 of them. You got to have them all.
Well, you're just going to pick something else.
Well, that's what I'm doing, man. What all have I watched recently? Season 2 of Good Omens is out on Amazon Prime. Okay. Did you watch that? Mm-mm. It's great. It's based on a Neil Gaiman novel. It's co-written. I'm blanking on the co-writer's name, but it stars David Tennant, and again, I'm forgetting the other lead actor's name, but they are an angel and a demon that sort of befriend each other throughout time.
Oh.
And it's great. And they're like the two main actors, their chemistry is just incredible. It's such like a weird, quirky thing. So it was based on a novel. Season 1 is the entirety of the novel, I guess. So
Okay.
season 2 is a completely just sort of new original story. But yeah, it's really fun. Good
Okay.
Omens on Amazon Prime.
Very good. I always forget about Amazon
Yeah.
Prime, to be honest
I
with you.
also watched season 2 of The Boys recently on Amazon Prime, which like came out a while ago. And I'd watched like the first episode, and it's like pretty violent and stuff.
Oh.
And I was kind of like, man, I'm just not in the mood for this.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed season 1, but I was like, I just can't take how just like depressing this is.
Yeah.
So I kind of like ignored it for a while. And then I was like bored looking for something to watch. And I watched
And
one
he's
more
like, I'm
episodes
feeling angry
of it.
today. I want to watch this.
It's really good. It's really scary. It's sort of, it's a superhero thing, but it sort of posits the reality where like superheroes are really like entitled and just like selfish, and like how dangerous that could be if somebody was really that powerful and was as entitled as as selfish as human beings can be.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's very good.
Good Omens, the other actor, I think, is Michael Sheen.
Yeah. It's very good. What was the co-writer for the novel, Dylan?
Oh, give me a second.
Yeah, I'm completely blanking on his name. He's a pretty well-known writer too. What was the other thing? The other thing I've been watching recently, another superhero thing, Secret Invasion on Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's a Marvel thing. It's
Okay.
bad. It's not good.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah,
and
Neil
Terry Pratchett.
Terry Pratchett. Yeah. Good
Okay.
Omens. Yeah, so check that out. It's good.
Okay.
But I can't recommend Secret Invasion unless you're just really
Just
invested.
desperate.
Unless you're just really invested in the whole Marvel thing.
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson's in it. He's awesome as always, but story and everything else is a little
Yeah.
disappointing.
I've heard it's not too good.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Bit of a swing and a miss.
Very well. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No horses in it though.
Then it really sucks.
How about you, Dylan? What have you been watching?
Okay, so I don't really watch a whole lot of TV shows anymore, but I have been getting really into Adventure Time again.
Mhm.
You guys might have not heard of it, or maybe you have heard of it.
I know Adventure Time. I'm not that old.
Do you know it, Jen?
I have no idea what that is.
So it's basically like this. It's a little silly cartoon. Basically, a dog and a guy just kind of running around this like mystical world called Ooh. But if you
Mhm.
watch the later,
Ooh?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
If you watch the later seasons, it gets really deep and explains that it's actually the aftermath of the nuclear war. So
Okay.
It's a very cute show. I never really got into it myself, but it's a cute show, and it is really weird and funny on like different levels. And
yeah,
Okay.
it's a good show.
Very good.
It was on Cartoon Network, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Okay, cool. So we have like a minute left, and you went to see Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Barbie is like 10 thumbs up.
So what? So
It is.
what
It's
is
really
the
great.
deal? And I haven't seen it yet. What is the deal with all the guys getting online? Someone was telling me, and like being all butthurt because
So- So the basic plot of Barbie is that in Barbie Land, Barbie is sort of like Barbie runs Barbie Land. And Barbie is just like all of the Barbies. It's not one character's Barbie. It's like they're all Barbie.
but it's all about Barbie.
Like basically all the girls are Barbie and all the guys are Ken. And Ken just sort of exists to be like an accessory for Barbie. And then Barbie and Ken go to the real world, and Ken sees that like men kind of run everything in the real world and goes back to Barbie Land, and the Kens kind of try to take over Barbie Land. And the Barbies
are like, we don't think so.
yeah. So that's the basic plot of it, and that's why.
So why are
Yeah.
guys in real life getting like butthurt about
Well, because
that?
it's kind of because it hits a little bit too close to them. I think
Like, oh my
they're
God,
seeing. I
like,
think they're
grow
seeing.
up.
I think they're seeing a bad side of themselves reflected back to them in art.
Well,
and
maybe
they don't
should.
exactly, and they don't
Like-
like being called out like that. I think
Check
that's
yourself,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah. Understand that maybe, that this piece of art is maybe imitating something
Life.
from life. I mean, it's
That maybe
obviously
isn't all that good.
Yeah, it's obviously exaggerating it and making it kind of silly, but like it is, yeah. But it is maybe calling people out on something that is kind of real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
But,
what
yeah.
I was like, that's so funny because I was having this discussion with another girl last night and she was just like, have you seen all these guy memes? And I was like, oh, a little bit. We were just laughing about it. 'Cause they're all butthurt
No,
about
Barbie's
it.
really good and you should see it. You
Okay.
really
I can't
should.
wait. I'm
You really
super
should see
excited
it.
about
You
it.
should drag Jamie to it.
Okay,
He can
yeah.
he can fall asleep at that just as good as he can fall asleep watching whatever you watch at home.
That's true. Good point. All right. Well, on that note, we need to get out of here for the day. But I do want to thank Connie and John for coming in, talking about My Brother's Place. If you find it within your heart, to help and keep them up and running, have any donations, want to donate your time, money, materials, whatever it may be, give them a call. They're in Wellston, and they will be very happy to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we have to get out of here for the day. We appreciate you so much for tuning in, and we will be right back here in the same place and same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, TheTelegramNews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Subscribe today at TheTelegramNews.com.
Check it out.